Yes, that was an audio check. Okay, really quick. Do we have the Twitch going? We have the Twitch going. Let me run a quick ad so people can join in and not have to worry about it. Don't worry, I'm just pushing buttons. You're not missing anything if you happen to be here at the start of it. No worries. Okay, that I think is going. Yes. How's the YouTubes doing? YouTubes is doing the YouTube's thing. We have got 7 days on the sound alerts and closed captions. Are you working today? Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. I don't think it's working still. You know what? It's probably just time for me to find another one. It is just not working. Huh. Okay. That's weird. I wonder if I was to change it to like component 2 or something. If maybe that would start working. Let me stop it. Start it. Are we working now? No. I think maybe it stopped getting updated or something. Maybe I just uninstall and reinstall it. What do you guys think? Sadly, there is nothing on here for like people to post their comments on it or something like that to see if maybe there's an update issue. I don't know. Okay, well, let me write it down on my list of to-dos. I figured for sure it would have been fixed by this week, but no, it is not fixed by this week. There we go. I just shut it off. Grayson, how you doing? I just shut it off. It's obviously not being updated, or maybe I just need to uninstall and reinstall it, and that might fix it. Sometimes that just works for no reason. I think everything else is done. Let me go ahead and load up the game. That's loud. I guess I should have opened up Steam. Steam might have been like, nope, nope, nope. 500 updates. But it didn't, thankfully. Vacating the tubes and switching to the Twitch. Alright, you pulling out your alter ego? Welcome over to the dark side. Welcome back. Today we are going to be in the server and we're going to be working on a hole. Hang on. Let me start recording this obviously very awesome stuff that we're going to be working on, yeah? Let me record that. We have a hole to work on. I'm not going to be working on the hole the entire time, obviously. Well, not obviously. I could probably. It will probably take me about a week to get it all filled in. 7 Days is a great game, just can't play it. You die all the time? Uh-oh. Well, we have a lot of people who play 7 Days. Tell us what the problem is, and we might be able to help give you some tips. Like, when do you find yourself dying a lot? Is it during, like, missions? Doing POIs? Is it during the Horde night? Is it just casually walking down the road? I have found one of the best ways to make sure that you don't die as often is to slow the zombies down in the settings before you start the game. Me personally, I think the zombies should be slower than people. I completely am 100% on there. What's that? Oh no. Okay, there it goes. Zombie, what you doing? You die within 30 seconds of loading in? How on earth does that happen? Stream closed caption, you can suck a lemon. You don't work. What do you mean? Okay, let me get out here. Everything looks perfectly normal for now. Yeah. Every map you spawn by zombies. So you're like spawning in and basically getting spawn camped by bad guys. They really shouldn't have zombies next to you. It's not supposed to do that. You're supposed to have like the chunk that you spawn in. You shouldn't have any bad guys. As long as you run through and do your tutorials, you should have a weapon and everything. You just help your grandma catch a frog that came into the house. You have frog friends? Coffee? I do not have coffee right now. I probably could turn the coffee maker back on. It's probably been recent enough. I had 2 cups of coffee this morning. You always spawn with nothing? Yeah, whenever you first spawn in, you get a tutorial. And you do the tutorial and it gives you your stuff. The top right-hand side, basically it will be this stuff right here, Basics of Survival. It'll show up in your top right-hand side and it'll tell you to hit, I think it's Y that it's keyed to. It'll tell you to hit Y and it'll show you where this is. And the first step is how to gather the resources, how to craft your tools, and it'll tell you how to do all those things. So you'll have an axe and a bow and a club and a little bit of armor by the time you're done with it. It never shows that? Oh, that's messed up. It should always show it. Every single time. Hang on. Let me do something really quick. Test novice gain. Yeah, sure. I don't know what it's going to spawn me into. I haven't done this. I have changed no settings, done nothing. Whatever world, which is novice gain, is the first one it offers you. That's the world I'm going to spawn in on. And I have not run this character. This is not a save. I'll just show you right quick how to get into that. And in some ways, it's there, and it's more tutorial than the game has ever had. First, it's going to say spawn in a random location. You just click the button. And the top right-hand side, it says Tutorial Challenge, Open Challenge Window. And it says Open the challenge window with Y, so you hit Y. And you can track it. And since we hit the button that it told us to do on the right-hand side, we can now redeem it, which gives us a little bit of experience. And the next thing on the list is we're going to track that. So now it shows up over here. And we just gather all of our materials, which is plant fibers, and some of it's even highlighted, like this right here, is basically wood, because these are like, what would you call those? Bramble or something like that. This is like your beginning wood, your morning wood, I guess. I don't know. I've never had any, so I don't know if it equates. And then stone. I should also show us where the stone is right quick. We just need 5 of them. I'm just going to check this garbage really quick. Oh, there's some more right there. Now I'm going to hit tab and go inside our crafting menu right here. Click on the stone tab and hit craft. There is our first item, and now it automatically goes over to the next one, the stone axe harvesting. It tells you to go harvest some stuff and things with the stone axe. Go harvest some wood, which is going to be at a tree this time instead. And then stone, which we will get from this rock. And as you can see right now, I'm actually by a POI, but there are no zombies anywhere even close to me. There are none. Primitive outfit. I hit tab, click on the primitive outfit. I'll actually have it, if it's one of the challenge things right here, it'll have this little symbol right next to it, and it's usually at the top of your list if you're tracking it. So I'm just going to craft that. And then you can either hit this button right here, which is wear it, or you can just click on it and hit W. These are your shortcut keys right here. So I just put that on my character. Your character button is right here. There's my character. You can actually put on a hood, some gloves, and footwear if you want to, which gives you a little bit more. So if we go to armor, if we type it in right here, this is our gloves, our hood, and our shoes, and you can craft all of those and put them on your character. Or you can just wait. The next thing it actually tells you to do is craft your club, which if we exit all that stuff out, it should be at the very top. Wooden club, craft that. Now we have our very first weapon. There we go. Now it's actually telling me how to do the second weapon too, which is the bow. But you basically see it. If you go over here, this is your toggles between your menus. And you can actually look at all of the challenges you've currently done, which is the resources, the stone axe, the gathering, the harvesting. And now I can actually redeem all these for a bit of extra experience. By hitting W, it actually tells you what your quick key is. And as soon as you get done with all of them, it gives you your first bits of experience, which will show up right here, and you can buy into your perks. And I'll let you go through your perks. It all has to do with the style, the way that you want to play. If you're a crafter, you want to do all of that. If you want to do a whole bunch of looting, it changes the way you're going to apply your points. So it is everything to do with that. But if for some reason or another your game is not showing that menu, if you're not getting the tutorial, there is something fundamentally wrong with it. I would say I would uninstall the game, locate any of the files where the game is located, and reinstall the game again. Because it should definitely be showing all of that up. And if you actually go through that whole thing of challenges, it'll show you slowly how to play the game. Put it on its easiest setting. If you want me to, I can go back and show you how to change settings for your game, so you can find an easier mode. That way you get a chance to learn. There's nothing wrong with playing on easy. This is a survival game, and it takes a while to learn all of the mechanics, like how the gardening works, how the trader system works, how their jobs work, how the zombies work during a POI as opposed to out in the world, as opposed to how they work during a horde night. All of those zombies work differently. So if you want me to, I can show you all of that. Really would not take very long to do that. But this is my hole. Yeah, Brett. This is what I did in my video that will be out on Friday. If you actually want to watch that, I say it's going to be pretty boring. That's basically all we do. I do go around looking for some resources and stuff, and a couple of books and things like that, but that's going to be on Friday's video. I was going to release it on Thursday, then I was like, the Resident Evil series needs time to sit on the channel, so I'm going to put a day in between. And put this video out Friday. This is a mess. Nice hole, thanks. I worked really hard on it. So basically, this is going to be the start of the Wasteland Dangler. It starts with a big damn hole. It's basically what happens. I cleaned it all out Monday? Yeah, I cleaned it all out Monday. And I've got the beginning parts of it. We're going to have ladders that go all the way up to the top. So the base is actually going to dangle over the top of this hole somewhere along the center, and it's going to have a couple of layers to it, assuming I can figure out how to do that properly, because I'm gonna have to use some supports off of the sides, but I think I should be able to do that with blocks that the zombies don't find pathable. Anyway, we're gonna have like solid blocks all around here, a little sideways block right here so your zombies don't get stuck on the stuff and the things, and then ladders for the zombies to get back out of the hole. And this is actually bedrock. So even if a demolisher explodes down here, he can't, you know, mess up the floor of it. So that's what we've got going on. I'm gonna lay down some blocks and stuff like that, but we're not gonna spend the whole time working on this. Ah, okay. Watch where you're walking. I have almost died in this thing a couple of times already. You're sat outside and it's sunny? Dude, are you out there catching some rays? It's too hot today, but you got dumped with the dogs again and they like to have a sunbathe? Well, that's nice of you taking them out there for that sunbathe. I have got, oh, by the way, Tux, we may or may not have found him a home. We were going to take him on, but we found a family that were interested in taking him, and they are doing a trial run with him to see how he interacts with their dogs, to see whether or not it's a good fit. If not, he'll be coming back. But so far as I know, he's okay. But because of that, right before we got Tux, Leah is the only dog we have here now because we had a couple of retiree dogs. One passed during December and one passed, well, just a little while ago. So she's outside by herself. And Tux was fun for her to have around. And since he's not out there, I've been bringing her in. Right now she's outside sunbathing, but I've been bringing her in a lot. So at some point I may decide to go and let her back in. Just let her catch some rays and stuff and things. Finished concrete. Okay. I'm not going to spend the whole time, but I do need to spend some time because it definitely needs to happen. This whole thing needs to be filled in before I can start with the next part of it. How's the ditch? Well, the ditch is now the hole, and it's a big hole. So, well, let's just start right here. Some fun stuff, you know, guys? I'm surprised they don't have like a... Well, I know in creative menu you can do like... Is it creative menu? Or do you have to have the POI editor on? Where you can do fillers with blocks or something like that? But games like Empyrean, they know that you're going to be doing a whole lot of building and they have like an area fill. Really think they should get that here too. For people who build big bases or build their POIs in World instead of building them in the POI editor. I think in order to use the bulk fill, you use creative menu, which means you're not using up blocks, which is a bit of a problem. It's 70 degrees? That is some great temperature right there. What do you mean? Oh, hang on. Copy, shape, and rotation. Oh, I probably shouldn't do that. I need to put it back behind that one too. Almost forgot. Almost forgot. If you don't do this, they'll be able to beat on it easier, which this has already got a point of failure because if the zombies, which most of the zombies nowadays have like a rage mechanic, if any of them rage, there's a chance that they could break the ladders, which is why those guys probably need to go up to steel. But there's a really good chance of failure on those. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Don't quote me on that. The range for the rage mechanic, if I can say that correctly, because that's a tongue twister. I think the range is like 15 blocks, and this is well above 15 blocks. From side to side, this is 20. And all the way down to bedrock, we are... What was it? I don't even remember how far away is top from bedrock. Hang on. So we should be well above the 15. So they shouldn't rage on the blocks once they fall down into the gap. We are... Yeah, like 50 blocks away. So if we're on the top or one of the bottom layers, even then, they still shouldn't rage once they go into the hole. Now, once they're down there, there's going to be spikes down here. Meaning if anybody accidentally falls down here, it's also going to be a bit of a problem. But they might rage off of the blocks. I don't know. Nope. Ah, man. Here, let's just do that. No! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna wind up falling off of here. Wait, is there a gap back behind here? Why does it keep trying to go back behind it? See, that's just weird. Stop doing that. You're making me think there's a gap. Stop! So, after we get done laying down some blocks, I think 500 is probably more than plenty. I've done my obligated block laying. Obligatory block laying? I don't know. After I've gotten done with that, I think I'm gonna go do some missions. What do you guys think? I think we're on our tier 3 missions? No! Is that all the way up to the top? Yeah. Why? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, lady. But my knee. Okay, what are you doing? No, Big Mama, don't you dare go over there and get in those traps. Big Mama's supposed to go get my traps. Stop it. Stop it. Come back here, lady. There we go. Dude, I found a chainsaw. That might be useful. Maybe. May I go put that up? Just occurred to me, for some reason or another, I just did not have my weapon equipped. Just for reasons, in case I wanted the world to be spicy. Okay. Fireton, how ya doing? How long did that take to dig? It took... let's see. Actually, I didn't dig all of this myself. I started working on it. We basically just dug out the square all the way down to bedrock, which took just about an entire time. And I've got a video on my main channel coming up about how I collapsed basically the rest of this. It took a little while. It wasn't a huge amount of time. If you could figure out how to collapse buildings and stuff like that, it doesn't take as long as you might think, especially since, well, other things happen during the recording of that also kind of expedited things, but I'm not going to get in there and spoil the video, so it'll be out on Friday. Right now we're just doing some filler. I can lay down these 500, I'll be fine. Because we've got a lot to do before this base is going to be done. Dargoon, how you doing? By the way, guys, if you are here and you enjoy 7 days content, I have to say that you probably enjoy zombie stuff, possibly even survival stuff, which means you also might be a fan of Resident Evil. Let me shamelessly plug my main channel where I have played Resident Evil Requiem. So if you guys are interested in that playthrough, it is, as of 1 o'clock today, will all be up there. The entire playthrough will be up. So you won't have to worry about the next episode or whatever. At 1 o'clock, the last episode will go up. Bug, stop. I have a gnat in my room. Oh my gosh. There's gonna be random holes that I miss because I'm just not really paying attention. I'm just laying down blocks.
Hey buddy, you look thirsty. Why don't you get
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And those are my main YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested in going to check it out, I would definitely appreciate you guys being there. We just hit 18K on the main channel, which is crazy, to be honest. Somebody with OCD is going to get on to me in just a minute. I'm gonna be the reason why I have gaps. It just occurred to me, I just kind of got myself stuck up here. There we go. Need to stop playing around. Flying ants? It's a gnat. Not flying ants this time. Those come out later. Okay. This could only end well. No, it couldn't. I need to stop doing that. Yeah, that. Make it where I can't actually get up here because I'm too busy being spastic about it. Mm. But now that I've done that, you catch this up. It will stop me from falling off, actually. Now I know I hit the edge. There's a reason for my madness. Keep getting stuck in blocks and it looks like I'm kind of floating. I can move a bit and then move back until I manage to destroy the block. Kind of crappy when you fight two feral bikers. Yes, the whole getting stuck in blocks has gotten worse over time. Nothing better when you get mobbed by like 50 zombies in a POI and there are so many of them that are pushing at you that they push you through the block. And then they can no longer get to you because you're technically existing you're existing between two planes of existence. There we go. 2.6 stable is far from stable. The game lags and freezes and it's really bad. Oh no. Really? Is that on console still, or is that because we don't have 2.6 right now, so I haven't even been able to test the PlayStation version, not PlayStation, the computer version. I haven't had a chance to test it at all. PC? Uh-oh. I can tell you the only reason my game runs as well as it does is because I have an expert that helps me set up my settings. If I didn't have his help, I probably wouldn't even be able to play the game because the game takes a lot of finagling. The version you've played is still 1.3 with your rebirth save? Uh-oh. Just not even interested in trying 2.0, huh? Uh-oh. This is some exciting stuff, guys. This is the reason why I say Empyrion's building stuff is so much better. You could highlight an area and it would fill in with the blocks that you have. Oh, man. For really big builds, it was 100% better, especially since you also had like a pop-out drone that you could use to build with. So you weren't kind of stuck to your character. You didn't have to worry about falling in a big ditch whenever you're trying to build. The progress is weird now. I'll play with 150% experience. Sledge is your favorite with the new Sledgehammer books. I level up so fast that I fought the day 21 Horde against demos, blues, and orange zombies. That's not surprising. They've pushed the gap up. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't understand what their point is other than if they actually expect each playthrough to only be 40 hours max. Basically, they've condensed down how long they expect each one of your playthroughs to last to the point of there's no way your character's going to potentially be maxed out before you also finally get into the game zombies, and it's their own fault that it is that way. I don't understand. Because right now with the new update that just passed, oh, I don't want to fall. With the new update that's passed, if on day 1 you go straight to the Wasteland, you'll automatically run into, what do they call them? The red guys and the blue guys and all that kind of stuff. All those fancy zombies that you're supposed to see for your end game, you can run into them on day 1 if you go straight to the Wasteland. There's no progression if you do that. So I'm not sure what they have planned, and I'm not even sure that they actually have anything planned anymore because of the buyout. They've basically gone quiet on the whole situation. It's better to watch build than watch blocks craft, cement mix, and forge melt stone and iron. Well, that's probably 100% true there, dude. I don't know how the hell you did that. You manufactured so much stuff. I can't even imagine the amount of time it took you to do that. By the way, all of these blocks and stuff are basically courtesy of Reaper. He stayed on here and processed all of it. As a matter of fact, while we went and got oil shell, he did a whole lot of the digging too. I went down, I don't know, probably about halfway, and he basically finished it off. He's like, no, we're going to get done with it today. So it's like basically the rest of that, and then he manufactured all of the cement and everything that's inside that little house. Maybe the new folks are actually interested in what the player wants. I don't know. I haven't heard great things about Player Interactive. They're... Maybe back in the day they might have been a company I would say, yeah, definitely they'll be worried about what people want. And they do have some online services, and they seem to be expanding their repertoire of online services with one of the announcements that they just did. But their company is actually more in the mode of acquisition than it is development, which is never a good sign. They're acquiring studios. They're not developing their own, which means they're no longer worried about what the customers want. They're worried about controlling of as much of the IPs as they possibly can. That doesn't bode well for me. There's a lot of companies out there, Microsoft being one of them. It's like, okay, Microsoft is going to get Bethesda, and it's going to get ZeniWorks, and or whatever, ZeniMax, whatever, which owns Bethesda. It's going to get this company, and it's going to get this company, and they're going to demand that the game be done right because they're going to want to make money when in reality they didn't actually do anything. Bethesda's not now jumping on making new games. Bethesda is actually just like, well, if you really want to play something that's like Elder Scrolls, I mean, Elder Scrolls is still there. That's what Todd Howard said. It's basically the old games are still there, so if they really want them, they can go play them. It's like, you know, that cute boyish charm that he had going on like 20 years ago is no longer there, and he's just a studio stooge. It's the face that they put on it. And Microsoft has done nothing to fix this. Bethesda's reputation is slowly going in the hole, and we all thought Microsoft was going to insist that they actually get off their collective thumbs and do a thing, but they haven't done it. So I can't see how Behavior Interactive is going to be any different. They're not exactly Microsoft, but they're still a big company that's acquiring a lot of small companies, which gives me the same vibe. So far, the lag and crashes seem to be related to the flaming effect of the burning shaft mod. But I have to... It's just what I noticed. What would that be? Like particle effect? Would that be considered a particle effect? Can you turn down particle effects and see if that helps at all? It's just a thought. I hate to say make the game look like absolute crap in order for it to get to run, but honestly, 7 Days has always been the game that you kind of have to make look like crap in order to get it to run better. I see a whole lot of content creators out there that have got great shadows and the game looks good, and I'm like, if I put my settings on that, my game would not run. I would not be able to stream it, I would not be able to record it. And true, it does not look like a complete potato, but it doesn't look great. Uh-oh. I might finish with this wall, guys. Maybe. I say that now because I'm kind of scared. This is really high up. Oh, man. Hold on. If I can find the right damn pixel, there we go. You've always had lag with the Burning Shaft mod, but you've also had a bad PC. At least in Unreal, it's considered a particle effect. So maybe try turning the particle effects down and then try to do the Burning Shaft mod and see if that runs any better for you. Just to see if it's the particles causing an issue. That might take care of some of the particular problems. Who knows? It seems like Microsoft became buggier after acquiring Bethesda's because Bethesda's bugs got into Microsoft. Oh, man. we all thought it was going to get better. No, Microsoft infected everything else because it took in Bethesda, and Bethesda infested Microsoft. That would be hilarious if that was actually the cause of all the like Windows 11 bugs and stuff like that. It's just like somehow or another Microsoft buys up Bethesda, and somehow, just somehow, Bethesda leaked into Microsoft coding. I think I have no basis for reasoning this, but I really think Windows has started writing its code with AI of some sort, and that's the reason why it's got all of the bugs. They don't have human checkers, and they just like glance over it and stuff like that. There was a document a while back. Someone was talking about how coders used to do a debugging mode that they called like ducking or something like that. And it was actually literally like the modders, or I don't know if they were talking about modders or coders specifically, but it was like basically they read out their code and they explain it to a rubber duck. And that's usually how they found the bugs that were happening in their game. Well, if you have an AI that's writing all of it and you have someone just like casually glancing through it to see if they can offhand see anything wrong with it, they're probably not going to find the problems. So that, and people are being trained to, if AI does it, then, you know, obviously it's okay. Even though someone used AI for, what was it? He was writing, what do they call those? Like a deposition or something like that? Yeah, it just works. They were writing a deposition or something like that. I don't know what the official terminology is for writing up the document that goes into legal stuff, you know, like the actual piece of paper for that. But somebody had used AI for that, and the AI just made up stuff. Just flat out made up cases. And they filed it like that. They didn't even check. They just assumed the AI knew what it was talking about. That's basically what's happening at Microsoft. And if Bethesda, as buggy as Bethesda is also using the same tech, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of very messed up, buggy games out there, and they're going to have to undo all of it at some point. I'm going to wind up walking off the side of this. Yeah, I hate to say it. I was skeptical about the acquisition just because of on the Fun Pimp side of it, it seems like the Fun Pimps got to a stable version, released gold, and they were probably already thinking about selling the company, but then 2.0 dropped, which they promised, and it was probably still in development. They were probably already in talks with Behavior Entertainment about purchasing it, but then the review bomb happened, and they're like, unless you fix it, we're not going to buy it because people are review bombing it. Why would we buy it from you? So they had to fix the problems with 2.0, even though they didn't want to. They wanted the game that way. They wanted to have their mummies and their snow trolls and their badges and stuff like that. They had to fix all that in order to sell the company. So that's the reason why we got our fixes, I think. So whenever it comes to them knuckling down and fixing the game now that someone else has purchased it, I don't think it's actually going to happen. There's probably a few people still at the company that believe in the game and want to fix the game and bring the updates, but I think the people who are in charge kind of phoned it in for a while, and they're not going to stop phoning it in just because somebody else purchased the game. If it tells you anything, one of the partners of the game, when this big announcement happened, was on vacation. Dude straight up got his money from the merger and was like, I'm going to Tahiti. I actually have no idea where he went, but he was gone. He's like, he got his money. He is gone. I don't believe that they're going to fix the game now. I think updates are going to happen, but I don't think what we were promised is going to happen. It would suck if a screamer showed up right now. Reaper, don't even think about climbing into the server and starting up all of your forges. JD, how you doing? Didn't Microsoft also buy Blizzard? Yes. Microsoft bought everything. Whenever a company goes through this whole Are you fucking serious? Was that a sound effect? Reaper. I'm watching you. Was that actually a screamer? I'm going to pretend that that was a sound effect, even though I don't see it going, which means there's a screamer here somewhere. Anyway, Behavior Entertainment, if you go and look through all of the stuff that they've been doing recently, they've been doing a whole lot of acquiring new companies, and a lot of them are online, which means they're... I'll say it again. The Fun Pimps are like 10 years behind the curve on what is fashionable, and they were purchased by a company that is 5 years behind what is fashionable. Sadly, You're at work and it wasn't you. Oh. That's not good. The live service model is dying. It's sadly going to be a slow process because so many companies bought into it over the years. Are you deep-throating something up there? What the heck was that noise? Sadly, it's going to take a while because these games have been in development for like 8-10 years because of all these companies going over to the live service, even if the people who develop games in those companies don't know how to do a live service game. So they've spent tons and tons of money on live service. They've based their entire company model on the fact that this is going to sell. And Behavior Entertainment is one of those. Every single thing that I've seen recently is the live service model. They recently just talked about another game that looks like garbage, and it's a live service game. So it's just like, I can't see them turning 7 days into anything other than similar to a live service. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make official servers. I see you talking about the Screamer. No. The server thinks it's funny. I don't see it turning into anything other than something similar to a live service, but it'll probably be more like official servers might come out at some point. Which some people would appreciate because servers for this... Ooh. Okay, well that's not where that's supposed to be. Servers for this game are stupidly expensive because of how much RAM it uses. So there's going to be a lot of people that are okay with that, and they might start running events and server-side mods. They will run the mods for folks, and it will all seem great, and it will happen over the course of like 3 or 4 or 5 years, and then the game will die because people don't want to buy skins for a 13-year-old game, and by that time, a 20-year-old game at some point. So that's when the game will officially die. They will milk it for whatever they can get out of it first, though. You can guarantee it. That's gonna mess with me right there. You know what? I might just leave that spot open and see if there's like some sort of block I can put right there. So I can't find a way to merge that back into the wall properly. You mined 1,000 iron the other day and 2 screamers spawn. Not much in the game is fun anymore. Is this planning on being a tier 5 POI size horde base, by the way, or did I just want a warehouse worth of dirt and rock? Yeah, basically, Screamer protocol activated. Stop your things, server. Do not do it. There is no such protocol. I think you're lying to me. You are 100% lying. By the way, that was like 3 stacks of 500 in order to do this wall. Minus that little bit down there, because I think I did that all on 1 stack. There was like 59 left. That's a lot. As far as the POI, I wanted to make a huge, huge, huge POI base. It's called the Wasteland Dangler. And it's basically like, this is the actual base, and where we fight from is going to be dangling over the center of that, very haphazardly, and quite possibly will end in everybody dying in a spectacular fashion. See, like this right here, I want the little tilt, but then that puts a full block right there. It's weird. Not sure how to fix that. Because if I, hold on, if I take it out, no, 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 I'm refilling! Stop! What the hell else hit me? She was 5 yards away from me, what do you mean? Like 20 football fields there or something. I'm sure that's how measurements work. See, if I do it like that, it's like that piece right there. I don't know how to put it on the top part right there. I don't know how to fix that. It looks ridiculous. I'll leave it for now, though. Maybe a better block can be found. No, you're not seeing hovering mushrooms. That just means you're on mushrooms. Protocol moving to level 2? Stop your things! Yet again. Server thinks it's funny. Okay. That's not the right one right there. That's the wrong one right there. Hang on. Let me get that out of here before somebody gets confused. Namely me. Okay. Now then, that's all I'm going to be doing for the day. I just filled in one wall. That took forever. Nope. I don't like heights. I don't like heights, guys. Okay. Let's put that away. We're going to put... that is a Night Stalker book. Let me go put that inside this box over here. Just in case someone's missing that Night Stalker book. Server's being sassy today? Yeah, I don't know of a day that the server's not being sassy. They learned nothing of the collapse of the MMO industry. Honestly, they haven't. Actually, I think they've learned it. They know ultimately that it will fail. They're wondering how much they can milk out of it before the failure happens. That's pretty much every industry nowadays. It's not about making a company that will stand the test of time. It's about making as much money as quickly as possible before the scam is revealed and you no longer have a job. That's honestly it. That's the mode now. Of course I have an infection. Of course I do! Alright, let's take that. Starting hacking and cheats protocol. Zombie infecting my... No, stop it. Stop your things. No hacking and cheats. No cheats and hacks. My box is full. Reaper, have you by chance made a little bit of extra room over here? I filled up the box whenever I was taking apart that. I had so much stone. Okay, a little bit extra room. Oh, wait, I should probably find out how much is left inside those. 63. We'll probably be going for at least another hour or so. Okay, that's the one I was meaning to look at. My bad. Let's put it up to 100 and something. There we go. Oh, that's already at 100 and something. How are these doing? Not doing anything. There we go. Stone iron.
Hey,
Oh,
buddy.
close enough.
You look thirsty. Why don't you get hydrated?
Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the amount of screamers called while digging that hole? While we were digging the hole, I think... I don't know, Reaper, how many was it? It was like 4 or 5, but after that got put in, it was a few more. Now, whenever I went to go collapse everything, I called in one set of screamers. I don't know why, but for some reason it seems like they have lessened the amount of screamers for digging stone. And whenever I went to go collapse it, I think I called in one more screamer that came in, but all of them died during the fall. So I heard them, but it wasn't like they could do anything about it because we were all just trapped in the hole while things were collapsing. I need 24 more minutes. Okay, that'll work. And do I have anything small just to top off really quick? I guess that'll work. Engage twerking. There we go. And then a dry off. Yeah, give it just a second. Let me dry off. Can I craft stacks? I actually don't know. That's probably a good idea. Do I have that book yet? Yes, I can. I'm not going to do it right this second because it'll bog down my inventory crafting things, but yeah, I can come back in here and craft those into stacks. I didn't even think about it. I usually do not find that book. Go dig the same hole in the wasteland and auger with Doc. And Darkness Falls, that'd be fun. But Darkness Falls, you can just like have gas or something like that, and it's like suddenly every zombie knows where you're at because you squeaked a little bit. Darkness Falls is punishing, which is actually very good because I was very shocked about how few zombies actually got called. Seriously. No! Uh-oh, uh-oh. No, 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 you guys come over here. You're not messing with that base. What'd I say? They're over there messing with that base. Tell them not to do a thing. The game just knows. Okay, hang on. Bike. Okay, okay. We did have a mission? Can I get to that mission really quick so I don't get stuck inside not being able to do anything? I'm going to assume the screamer actually got annihilated. Hopefully. Headshots? No, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. If you watched my playthrough of Resident Evil, you will know how great of a shot I actually am. I'm not. That's the point. Okay, we got 24 minutes. Can I check this really quick? Okay, I was just gonna say I thought my family were exchanging pictures again because that's what they like to do during my streams. Okay, now we are in here. Okay. Let's do a full reload. Needed some friends to visit my house. I didn't prepare a meal or anything. You can't do housewarming parties like that. It takes preparation. Come on over here, dude. I am of the opinion if you could take apart a body of a zombie, you don't have to worry about it getting to you. Even if it's not dead, it can't go anywhere. Don't do it. Dude flat out dodged. I did not even realize zombies remember their taekwondo, you know? I'm safe from the storm, so get the green off of my screen. Hello! There you are. Okay, I guess I'll wait right here. Tactical warfare. 15 of 100 on those books, even though I'm spec'd into it. Pretty heavily spec'd into it, actually. Hello, housekeeping. Okay. I was trying to think of some sort of humorous something or another to say about a shaft and a pillow and just couldn't come up with anything. Oh no. No, no, no. I just got backhanded. Stop getting up. Freaking storm. No. Oh, he was not dead. He was not dead. Hang on. He was actually not dead, dude. There we go. You have more in the crafting bench and at your workbench. Okay. I do apologize. I'm having one of those I can't talk days. Happens every now and then. Like 90% of the time. We're a bit hungry. So you ordered a medium pizza and a small poutine? What? And a large spaghetti. What the heck is a poutine? Should be good for a few hours. Medium pizza sounds good, actually. I did eat before the stream, and sadly it was turkey, so just like... it didn't help that it was like a soup. So, man, I could really take a nap. It's not even a dreary day or any... Well, inside the game it's a dreary day, but in real life it's not a dreary day. I'm just... sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Hmm. Okay. Turkey has the opposite effect of you, so it's like caffeine for you? Jeez, I wish I had that effect on me. Why? I wasn't even past the time limit. Is the time limit just gone? Before you actually take damage? Or is it like only 30 seconds or something like that? Come out of there. Oh no! Dude sassed me. I took his face off. The lower part of his face. Hold on, I'm watching my health. What are both of those symbols, though? I don't know. It can't just be that your character gets cold or has a hard time seeing or anything. Nope, it's gotta be straight damage. Okay. It's fries with barbecue sauce and cheese curds. #1 meal in the D. Oh, okay, okay, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, now when you say cheese curds, I'm thinking like cheese puffs. Or are you talking about like cheese curds as in like chunks of cheese? I meant to ask that before because someone said something about some other recipe that had like cheese curds on it, and I was like, in my mind I went cheese puffs, but is that actually what it is? Because you can also call it... Reaper's probably grossed out. But anyway, cheese curds, there's also like curds of cheese in like, what is it? Cottage cheese? So are we talking about that kind of cheese? Oh, I can't go outside right now. Hold on, wait. I'm safe right here. I'll wait. Next topic, please. No, 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 I need an answer. It's absolutely mandatory that I know the answer to this. I can't say how, you know, man, you're a version of cheese. Anyway, to me, cheese and barbecue sauce don't sound like a great combination, but I can see it as not being bad. Cheese before it, so it's basically like cottage cheese almost. Okay, I gotcha, I gotcha. I'm not sure if you guys have cottage cheese or not. Now that I think about it, it's probably called something different over there. Reaper's like, please stop. Let me just stare at my pocket. Maybe something interesting will happen, like the storm will stop! By the end of it, do you think that they're going to have like official servers and you have to pay per hour? That's the reason why we have storms, just like keeping you still, not being able to do something for a few hours. Why it takes 3 hours to boil water. It takes longer in-game to boil water than it does in real life to boil water. Eh. It's just like a second too soon. Stop! Who did I hear? Oh. I'll be honest, every single step you took, I expected you to fall through the floor. Is that everything? Aside from a nest. Do I have egg? More exasperated Liz sounds? Yes. You thought it was made with gravy rather than barbecue sauce? I would assume there's probably more than one way to do it. I have heard of it being with gravy. Nothing in here. You guys are protecting absolutely nothing. Spoilt garbage. We found stones inside the spoiled garbage. Why? Like here, let me put a box of rocks inside the wall. Makes sense, right? Just like the dry piece of lined paper that's in the toilet. So, serious question. Are you using college rule paper or standard rule paper whenever you wipe your butt? What's the official consensus? We need to know these answers. Stepped on it. What was that? Okay. Anybody using knuckles in the server? Some pretty decent knuckles. The server uses cardboard stock in the toilet? What? You can't put cardboard in the toilet. You'll stop it up. Uh-oh. Freaking testy zombies. Uh-oh. Ugh. I'm not sure what I'm hitting. Oops. Well, I'm hitting the door. I was supposed to say I'm not sure what on the zombies I am hitting, but I knew what I didn't mean to hit the door. That was my bad. How many zombies does it take to work on the server? This is the reason why we have inflated pricing.
Excuse me, stewardess, will there be snack service on this flight?
Dude, Skylarking, thank you for the gifted subs. 10 gifted subs. Nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Skylarking is definitely going after that all-time high. That is for doggone sure. Good grief. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. Poutine for the win. What? Poutine for the win? Apparently there are a lot of people who like poutine.
What's up?
Closing the gap on Dinkers, it's all... Being put on notice. I am coming for that title. Coming for the title. Oh. Oh, man. We have to do something special when the title gets broken, aren't we? I can feel it. Not sure what, but we're gonna have to do something. Dude, I got in there on the first try. That never happens. You have to talk about other things and do other things. You can't think about it. As soon as you think about it, as soon as it pops in your head, you're done. Now you're using 15 lockpicks. Okay, we got everything. Chips and gravy and cheese, so the server approves. Oh no, even the server is getting in on the action. There's apparently consensus. I can tell you I have never had that, and I'll be honest with you, barbecue sauce and gravy, neither one of them sound good with the thing that we can't talk about because Reaper's gonna vomit. Now, if you did chili, that would be a different story. We can talk about something. Some potato chips. I'm listening to call them chips. It's fries over here. Also, the server loves wings. Yeah, yeah. Now, if you did French fries with, like, chili and then the thing that we can't talk about because Reaper will vomit, that sounds really good. A 12-hour stream? Uh-oh. I'm not sure if I can pull off a 12-hour stream, guys. I mean, I've done them before, but that takes a lot of energy and I'm usually incapacitated the next week. As much as I try not to be. I don't know, we're gonna have to do something. Something has to happen. There has to be a celebration of some sort. That target was hit 2 years ago? 3 years ago, maybe? I don't even remember how long ago that's been sitting there. That top one has been there for a long damn time. Where am I going? Hi, dude.
Welcome to Trader Joel's this fine evening. We're selling out fast, but still have some great deals yet.
What? You know, I get irritated because Rect is like an angsty old man and everything like that, but this guy, I just dislike him because he is a shill. He is the most professional one, but he is also a shill, and he gets on my nerves. Dude.
I'll make sure you walk away with a deal sweeter than honey.
I doubt it, because you may not even be selling honey. Are you even selling honey? How can you make something sweeter than honey if you don't even have honey? I mean, steak and potatoes. We might be able to talk about that. You know what? Okay, fine. You get it today. What else can we get rid of? I definitely need the vehicle book. You know what? I'll put that inside my box and see if anybody picks it up. Double barrel shotguns. As far as we are in the server, I doubt anybody is still on the double barrel. I will go ahead and sell it. And I will sell those parts and that. And I have already got a tier 4 one of these, and chances are I'm not going to be able to craft one before the end of the server. I'm not even sure when the end of the server is going to be. It's going to be after we all die in the Wasteland Dangler. Okay.
That, my friend, was a fantastic deal.
No, it wasn't. That was a very expensive meal.
If you like coin as much, work hard and sell, and your pockets will swell.
Oh, please don't rhyme. Freaking Dr. Seuss. Why is... Okay. Okay, are you actually dead? Did she scream? Yeah, she screamed. Alright, you guys cock block him, okay? He's going way too fast. Oh no. Dude stopped. Dude stopped. There, let's... Nope, nope, not that. Dude. Bouncy zombies. There's still more on the road. Who else did I hear? There's another screamer over there. Dude, that's a tier 5. Where the hell did you just come from? Twins! Aussie waifu twins! Dude, nobody clip that and show it to Jawoodle. He's gonna be so damn jealous. Jeez, hang on. She's bouncing all over the damn place. Stop getting up, lady! Dude, that's a tier 5. The only thing I need is a full auto mod on top of it, because that whole, like, slow shooting thing really... As an American, it's anti-American. Just saying. I want to throw all of the bullets downrange. Thank you for hitting my junk. Don't you do it? I felt you fisting a scream. Okay. Hold on, I'm looking, dude. I'm looking. Also out of stamina. Do not get back up. Oh my gosh, there is more bad coming. Twins! Down now. Okay. Okay, let's do this. There's a reason I built this. Might as well use it, you know? Come on up here, guys. Not you, dingus. Get some of that stamina back, you know? Hey, that is my spot. Can't believe they've done this. More twins? Hey! Dude, what the hell are you? Not even a zombie. A zombie has more... Good grief. More brain cells than that. You just got in the... Stop doing that! I had it perfectly lined up and you just jumped in there and cock blocked the whole thing. A-hole. Good grief. Oh, he's still alive. Come here. Stop it. Okay, well, let's try that again. Now that he's not doing all the stuff in the things. Zombie cheats are not activated yet? What do you mean? Don't get up, dude. I don't believe you. Why is there a hole over there? Georgia Power. Just a reminder. You owe us money. Yeah, thanks, Georgia. Appreciate you. Shut up. I like Walmart actually sending me messages. Hey, there's a deal on something. Stop it, Walmart. We know you exist. Okay. Is that it? Zombies instructed you to send big guns after... Stop it, zombie. You're not allowed. Stop your things. Okay. You have a special menu for the zombies, hides and cheats for everyone? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the heck just happened? I do... Dadgummit. I had a honey on me and I just decided I wasn't going to use it. Huh. Interesting. It's an interesting choice there I made. No! I had... You know what? Come the apocalypse, don't share your resources with me. I will spend them dumbly. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. Just like you definitely should not trust me. Oh, no, you should 100% trust me to get you where you're trying to go. I have got an excellent sense of direction. Parts. Let me go drop this in the box just in case. I don't know if there's anybody who's using Knuckles. I don't think that there is. But I'm not on here all the time when other folks are on, so there's a chance. Is it just me, or does the moon look different? It looks like it's a moon that's printed on a blue piece of paper, and it was just cut out and stuck up there. It's like there's a blue line around the whole thing. Makes it look like a PNG moon. I mean, it probably was a PNG moon to begin with, just looks more so like one. I could have swore I told that to go in there, but nope, 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 nope. Hold on, I have got coffee that needs to go up here. I have a spot. There we go. Okay, that was something to... As I heard a strange noise that wound up being like a big rig. The reason why I paused is because there's a strange noise during one of my recordings and I kind of disregarded it, and come to find out there was a tree across the road that fell over, and that's what I had heard. I was like, whoa, that's a big damn tree. It's just sitting in the middle of the road now. Now I'm a little bit paranoid. Drop that there, and let's go replant some stuff. Sadly, I did not get any corn back. Now, mind you, I haven't put any points into it either, so... Check your apiary for more honey. Okay, hang on, let me put my hands in the right spot. That doesn't sound right. On the right keys. Thank you. I did try to find my, what do you call it? Beeswax to try and make my own apiary. And I slapped so many of those freaking cowboys. I got one. Ooh, nice. Do you want me to clean it out? You don't have very many resources. You know, I'm just going to leave it there. Just in case you need more. But that should take care of the infection that I have. Thank you. We call Liz Magellan? Yeah. No! That's not funny! No, there's two. Nope. Nope. You guys think you're funny. Zombie's first order has been executed. Zombie needs to stop being given the catalog. The hell was that noise? Oh. They're here. Eternal, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The moon does look different. Yeah, it does. I don't know what it is. It just... Where'd it go? Looks different as in it disappeared too. It's gone. Okay. I probably could stick those books in there. A 4x4 truck accessory inside that... Are you for serious though, game? Where do we put that? Tools? Yeah, sure. I was trying to get to where I could actually check that. That
Hey,
is...
buddy. You look thirsty. Why don't you get hydrated?
Hold on. I got some dude with no legs trying to ride my motorcycle. Stop it. Okay. Here we go. Yogi and Boo Boo? No, 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 no. You're only allowed to do that if there's actually a full picnic. You can't just send them. No preparations were made. Though I did get a super corn seed. Which I did not have before. Oh my god. Almost fell off the back of it, and it wasn't just the back of it that I saw me fixing to fall off. I saw the hole in the backyard. I clenched. It's fine. Oh man. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't have like a quick moment of dread. I absolutely 100% did. Drop those there. I need to make myself in steel axe. I have not done that yet. Oh yeah. Time to check these. 64, 64.8. Stop. Are you serious? This game thinks it's funny. You have, what? 3 slots? 4 slots. That is the only reason I'm still going to use this one. Didn't I have a mod I could use for this? Yes. Sadly, I don't have a full auto mod. Not you. Give me that back. You imposter. Don't do that. Tools. You want to ride your motorcycle? You want to ride your hog? You want to ride your motorcycle? You're going to speed light? Adaptation of Queens? Ah, okay, gotcha. I've tried driving a motorcycle one time. It's complicated.
You again? Our armor is top notch.
I think you're lying to me. You don't have an auto mod, do you? You have a shotgun turret. That's not what I'm
Come
looking
back
for.
soon. We restock daily.
That's a lie. Has been since you guys have been instituted. I don't know why they did that line for you. Absolute lies and cheats. I'm gonna finish cleaning out my inventory so I can go do a job. Now, what else am I carrying? Why am I carrying rotting flesh in my pocket, though? And where was the rest of it? Okay, I have random bits of ammo. Sand. Good God. I just want to be able to hit one button and all of the things go to all of the places it's supposed to go to. I would kind of like this in real life, too. Now that I think about it. Which kind of ammo are you on? Okay. Loving the Requiem playthrough. Thank you so much for watching the Requiem playthrough. By the way, guys, I do have a main YouTube channel where I have got the entire playthrough of Resident Evil Requiem there. It's an awesome game. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything more than that. I'm just not going to. I hope everybody enjoys it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's been a long time since I got emotional about a game. A long damn time. That stuff hit deep. It really, really did. It was great. And the worst thing is because of how skeptical I am of AAA gaming lately, I just fully expected it to be a horrible game. It was not. I was pleasantly surprised. No! You know what? I am not going to try and fit my bike through there. Is that rotting flesh in your pocket soggy, or are you just having it soggy? Oh no. No. No, it will always and forever be happy to see people. It's just a chihuahua. Pees all over the place. Dude, how the hell do you park like that? How did... You know what? Not gonna ask. Not gonna ask. There are people right in here somewhere. Hello, housekeeping. Okay. Pasa. You didn't want to use the door? Ah, he broke my arm. I want a 50 cal. I want someone with some stopping power, you know? They're just like going straight through the barrage of bullets to the face and still coming at you. I want a 50 cal. You can't do that. It's just not going to happen. No, push a button. Server's being sassy today. It's talking about cheese. Fix it. Oh, you're working on it? Types into the server, tells it to keep mentioning cheese to Reaper. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not sure who has more hacks. Because I'm very quiet. Dude brought his pillow to work. It's like those young women getting those jobs at gaming companies or software companies, and they show like half the day that they're just doing what the hell ever they want to and drinking a macchiato along with it. Yep. It's one of these business places. Even brought their pillow for their mid-afternoon nap. You like a game that had lots of blood? Then you should definitely be here on Friday. We play Outlast Trials. That has no small amount of gore. Not even a small amount. It has maybe a small amount on one particular wall. Its main decor feature is body parts and gore. You just spawned in, you cheat. I saw you. Yep, go back up there and try it again. Oh no, he's sliding. Somebody lubricated the zombies again. I hate when they lubricate the zombies. Yep, that's better. Hello, housekeeping. I'm looking for your lubricated zombies. Hi. Uh-oh. Jeez. Do not get back up. Why would you ruin a perfectly good loaf of bread? Cheese toast is really good. Not that you would understand because you don't like cheese. It's like an entire food group you don't even engage with. Your food pyramid is lopsided. Reaper's actual Outlast trial will be someone holding him down and forcing him to eat cheese. He would beg for you to stop. That's exactly how you do it. Of course, mine would be spiders. Not eating spiders, that's just inhumane. Hey, don't, no! Why is he sliding? Freaking lubricated zombies! Oh, well, that answers that question. Oh, and by the way, nobody warned me that there was a big-ass spider in Requiem. I was not warned. Stop it! Oh my gosh. Every single time I actually get a full hit on her, she ducks down. Don't do it, lady. There's a whole floor of ladies. Found the secretaries. Or the girl bosses. Girl bosses are worse. I heard somebody. Who is that? Stop! Book, unbook, unbook. Try it? No. I did not say I would try it. I didn't say anybody in their right mind should try it, actually. Dude, I'm hungry. Me IRL, even though I ate right before the stream. And the bag is further up. Don't break the door. Karen, the head of marketing and HR. Stop it. Oh my gosh, dude. He's a freaking tank. Stop it. Good grief. Yeah, no. Someone's headbanging upstairs. What were you doing, dude? There's a spider in Requiem with a big ass. Yeah, I noticed. I noticed. I did notice that. Oh, I've called in a screamer now. Dadgummit. Okay, I found the thing in the stuff. Now I just need my loot. What is that? Ah! Cheats and hacks! Shut up. Just magically got that, huh? Okay. Uh-oh. Oh boy, this is a bad spot to be in. Stop it. Just in case. Not you again, dude. Stop, bird. Huh. Yeah, I kind of figured you would figure that out. Shut up, lady! Oh my god. Don't you do it again. This is not time for interpretive dance. Stop it. Where the hell did you come from? Stop! If you're not bringing good loot, you're not invited anymore. Oh my god. Okay. Hang on. You have to go all the way back down to the ground floor, guys. Nope. He's just here because he thinks it's fun. Nope, not that one. Oh, man. Holy crap! Nope. 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 I finished, right? Yeah. I just need to put a mark on this building. I don't want to leave my loot, but I'm done with the BS. Oh my god, they're making it lag. Okay. Nope. That's not the right building. Not even close. Oh, I know directions. What do you mean? Okay, there we go. Now we run back to base and we heal up and eat some food before I wind up killing my character because of hunger and thirst. Hang on. And then we come back and get the loot. Now milk me for every single bit of health I have, and then some. That was stupid. Pardon? Uh-oh. No. This is probably a bad way to go. Yep. I need more cheese? What do you mean? There we go. The freaking city is a pain in the butt to get through. Thankfully, I just bought myself a rather large meal. I'm gonna go eat that. And by the time I get back, my arm will be fixed too. I can't believe they've done this, guys. They're trying to keep me away from my loot. You guys know how I feel about my loot. Just drop off the dumb. Okay. There is no damn way there's a screamer here waiting on me. There we go. Okay, that's a whole lot of healing. Not a heck of a lot of food, actually. That's not even enough water. I need to go and get me a whole lot of yucca so I can make myself a proper drink. There we go. Okay, well, let's go back. There's really no reason to take food and water along with you. Well, I mean, you can take water along with you, but you can't really take food along with you because you have to stop and go find a place to wash off anyway. Might as well go back to your base. Now what they need to do is make every single trader with a pool. You know, have a helipad and a pool. And there's absolutely no reason in this open world sandbox game that you shouldn't be able to kill the trader and take their compound. Statistically speaking, that's probably what would happen. I mean, if people shop for their clothes in, what would be a good one? Oblivion, probably? If they shop for their clothes on people, just like take them out so they could take their clothes, why wouldn't you just take someone's compound? Okay, there we go. Used up so much ammo for no damn reason. This POI is not even worth it. You empty one clip, you're gonna call in a screamer. It's just like, the sound of the clip emptying is what actually attracts it. She's like, oh. Oh, are you done with a clip? That's hot. Let me come over there and do something about that. That's what it is. That sound. Just wearing a chastity belt, guys. So, what's in here? Cool glasses! Wasn't there a box up here, too? And... eggs? No. Sucks. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, we got that. And I already got what was in there. All right, let's go trade in this mission for whatever BS they're going to try and give me for having done it. Technically, a trader would never survive a zombie apocalypse. He would be sitting target for raiders, survivors, and zombies. Yeah, that's my point. Especially since most of them treat you pretty badly as a trader anyway. Unless they've got some serious ammo protection, the compound's pretty well defended, they ain't gonna last. You piss off enough customers and they'll come back and kill you just out of spite. Especially in the apocalypse. Wrecked would not survive. The first time this trader got snarky and tried to sell you DLC in the apocalypse, dude's gone. He would be DUN, done. 100%. I mean, let's be real. One good Molotov against the walls of this thing, and this guy would not have a base anymore.
You know, I wasn't sure you had it in you to pull that off. Great job.
As per the usual, I am not allowed to take these crafting skill magazine bundles, so he's trying to give me 3 blueberry seeds. It's not the ammo that I use. 1 book. And a mod.
Welcome, welcome, one and all.
That was some mega crap you just tried to pull, dude. Absolute and utter garbage.
That, my friend, was a fantastic deal.
It was a horrible crap deal. You were trying to hand me a handful of seeds. I happen to be an actual farmer who knows how many seeds you get from 1 blueberry.
Our armor is no
Dude just spit out his blueberry in his hand and tried to give it to me as a reward. It's disgusting, by the way. Absolute gross. Those would definitely not be amiable rewards.
It is never a good idea to go out there unarmored. I'd reconsider your options, pal.
Screw that. As soon as the apocalypse happens, I'm running around naked. What do you mean? No, I absolutely 100% would not. That would be a bad idea. Everybody in the apocalypse would be like, please, lady, put your clothes back on. You're embarrassing us. Okay, we need to put away. But no, you know what? I actually have a lot of this ammo. I think I'll take some of it with me. Yeah. And flaming crossbow bolts. I am using a crossbow. Ow. You know what? If I could actually do that like 20 more times, my headache would probably go away. That would be amazing. Sand. Drop that. Do I have a place for that? Sure. I'm eventually going to make myself a steel one of those. Steel axe. I just haven't done it yet. I think I was actually missing something. I think steel tool parts. Right? Yeah. It's fine. I'm not interested in a treasure map. But thank you, game. Here. Actually, just go in there and think about what you did. Alright, finally got all the crap out of my pocket. Now, maybe I've got enough time to possibly do one more mission? Yes? Why not take the crafting magazines? Because if you take the crafting magazines, you'll always be taking the crafting magazines. He 100% of the time, with maybe, okay, 99.999% of the time, it's the best thing that they offer. And I'm tired of the magazines. I'm 100% sick of the
Good morning.
magazines.
What can we get you today? Looking to armor up? And
So,
make those
if
raiders think twice?
every single time,
Thought he didn't need armor? We always need someone to, if the job gets risky.
I wish I hadn't actually hit that button yet, because it sounded like he was supposed to do a hysterical laugh. I'm outside! It sounded like he was supposed to do a hysterical laugh, in which case I probably like him better. The traders' rewards are so terrible. Like I said, dude offered me 3 seeds. 3. If I planted those and harvested them, I still wouldn't even get... I wouldn't get enough back to even make my own seed. So the logical thing you should always get is the box of books, which means every single time I do a job, I know what I'm getting. I'm getting the box of books. It's very boring. There's no surprise. There's no interest. There's no maybe I might get something really cool. There's nothing. Nothing to look forward to at that particular point. So I just always refuse to get the box of books and try to pick from something else. It may suck. The other things may 100% suck, but at least it's not always a box of books. So I just stated, like, not this playthrough, it was last playthrough, I think. I finally decided I was just not going to take the box of books anymore. Just not going to do it. It's a get out of jail free card. They don't want to give anybody decent rewards, so they give them a box of books, and books are so important. You 100% of the time should take the books. Such a bad way to play. It's boring. If I wanted to be bored, I could go sit and watch TV. I play games to be interested, excited, and want to play for the next thing. Honestly, that's probably like one of the worst things about Resident Evil Requiem was it opened my eyes to how boring certain games have gotten. Just like I've been just dealing with how boring they were. Just the gameplay loop sucks. And it's not because it's not well developed. It's not because of some random thing that happens in the game. It's because the developers have chosen for it to be so. It used to be that the stuff that you got from the trader and all of your missions were really cool. And a lot of different things. There was a huge pool of things, and occasionally you would get like a, I don't know, a tier 6 random something or another that was just like really awesome that just changed the way your character played. Maybe you were going for sledgehammers and you've made yourself like the 2nd tier in sledgehammers. You got an iron sledgehammer. And then for some reason, just out of the blue, they would offer you a tier 6 AK. Immediately you would change over because you found this really cool thing that changed the way you decided to play the game. They don't even offer that anymore. You can't find them in the world. The traders don't give them. It's all bad. All right, let's go over to this. Nice. We kind of already know how this is going to go, right? You want learn by doing back? At least it gave you something to work towards. When we were playing the Alpha 16 mod, at least whenever I was going from place to place doing a boring thing, I could be crafting in my pocket at the exact same time. Just crafting some random thing several times. But it felt like my time was better spent because I was progressing my character while I was doing boring thing, you know? Like traveling 1K for a POI to go raid it or whatever, and I know I'm going to get a bad reward because the bad rewards were capped there. But on the way there, I could take like a small list of supplies along with me, and I could level that while I was traveling. It made it feel less bad. I mean, it was still bad because the rewards you get are so bad, but it felt like I was doing something, you know? It's the reason why I keep saying, oh, look at me, I'm making 5,000 jars. Ooh, the bad content creator making 5,000 jars. I'm rubbing a cactus. Ooh, naughty, naughty content creator rubbing a cactus. It's just like, seriously, those developers watched people play that and thought it was an unusual way to play. It's like, you spent way too long getting offended by how people played. Come on outside, guys. I don't have anything to stop you from coming out of there. Okay, they're out. Ow, dude. Dadgummit, freaking concussions. Okay. We had learn by doing, learn by reading, and perhaps up next we'll have learn by osmosis, having to stand completely still next to the subject expert for 15 minutes per point. I mean, that makes just as much sense as all the rest of them, to be honest. No, the next thing you're going to have to do is go to the 7 Days to Die store and purchase your ability to level your character. That's probably what's going to happen. Do you want to skip over all of that grind? They're going to make it horrible. Absolutely 100% horrible, which this is basically horrible. If you want to skip over having to read all those books and you just want to get ahead, maybe you could buy this box of books. It'll be random books, so you can't level too fast, but for $50 you can have 20 boxes of books. That's probably what's going to happen. What was the black wording on the screen? It's probably it talking about my, something about one of the setups for one of the programs that I have that's not actually on right now, but it just keeps reminding me that it's not working. I just covered my mouth and then coughed after I took my hand away. Mm-hmm. Need to check the server messages list for special offer from Emmett Enterprises. What you mean? Right, giving away his seed runs for the hills. I just felt my brain break. If there's an actual zombie apocalypse, all the good stuff would be locked behind a DLC. No one would know where to buy it or who was selling it. Yes, probably. A +1 for strength, yes. The WebSocket error again? Yeah, probably. Gyrocopter, $15.99. There'll be new skins for the gyrocopter to make it look less scrappy. New skins for your weapon to make those guys look for scrappy. Somewhere out there an English teacher is rolling over in their grave or something like that, because I can word today not. Yeah, they'll do reskins for all of them. It's not even that you'll have it in the game, you'll still have to craft it and it will be separate from the original. Yep, they are 100% going to offer better skins for the things that they told people they didn't want to put into the game. 100% chance. Question, how did they not break all of the explosives? Where are you guys at? The last time I was here, this place was flooded with bad guys. It might have also been because it was a storm and all the bad guys heard me in here and they came from outside. As long as it's not the server isn't messing up. Oh, no, 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 no. No, there's some sort of WebSocket something or another that's been running on my channel for... I don't even know, and I don't know what's causing it. I have updated it and everything, but I actually think it's the same problem I'm having with the closed captions. It's supposed to have closed captions. The program has been working for 2 weeks now, and I think it's that same program that was causing the issue. It's still technically running in the background, but I don't have it on. So it's still throwing error messages every now and then. Okay. I hope the deal... I hope... Is it bad? I hope the deal falls through and the fun pimps have to eat the loss. The sad thing is the deal won't fall through for the fun pimps. The fun pimps have already sold it. We found out when all the papers were signed and Behavior Entertainment can't back out of it. The worst that can happen now is Behavior Entertainment just stops production on it and we get whatever there is. That's it. Chrono, how you doing?
Hey, buddy. You look thirsty. Why don't you get hydrated?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the worst that can happen. Actually, that's not the worst thing that can happen. They can do what I said. They can open up official servers and close off people's ability to have their own server. You have to purchase back your ability to play in a server. They have events and skins. It goes full live service, which can technically happen. But I can also tell you if they do it, they will do it very slowly. First it will start with official servers, and it will be seen as a good thing, which would be a good thing. It'd be nice to have official servers. But then they will start doing events, and then there will be modded servers that you have to pay for extra for so that they can keep the mods on there, you know? And then you'll be paying for server support, and they'll just slowly trickle on more and more, you know, monetization here, there, and everywhere, all the while selling you skins to the game. That, to me personally, it's worse than them just shutting the game down and saying, this is the version you're stuck with it, have at it. That would actually be better because the game can go to the modders. They don't have to worry about the version changing anymore. Hi. Dude just hit me through a block. %100 cheats. How is that dude still asleep? He is still asleep! Anyway. Oh, I can't go through there. Who is still hitting things? Somebody is still hitting things. These official servers? Yeah, probably. Hell, there might be another full release of the game if they have official servers. You know, because they could only release it, it'll be like, This is the single player version. This is the live service version. Buy it a different way. There's a lot of games that have re-released for different versions. Like, how many releases have they had for Skyrim already? I don't even know. Every single time there's another console, it's a new release and you have to pay for it. Didn't they just recently do one for the Switch 2 or something like that? There's another dude up there that I can't see. Just thought about it. He might be up there breaking loot. Nope, he's not. Stop that. Hi, lady. Okay, where did all of you come from? Were all of you hiding out back? What on earth? Uh-oh. Zombie, I think it's detected your hacks and cheats. Careful, you have no idea what the server can do to you if it feels like it. Who is banging? Are you the one banging on stuff? You're distracting, dude. I'm trying to hear the bad guys inside of the POI. Noise pollution, I swear. See, apocalypse. It should be a whole lot more peaceful than that. Did you just fall back asleep? Wait the hell up to— oh. I see. I see what the problem is. He's dumb. Okay, he finally figured it out. He finally figured it out. Nope. I'm not letting you inside this building, sir. You don't have a ticket. Okay. Thought there was somebody over there. Apparently not. Or they probably have already woken up. Oh, jeez. I did not make myself any more lockpicks. They released Fallout 4 on the Switch 2 and Oblivion Remastered is coming— oh, Lord. Bethesda and their ability to actually keep reselling the same games. The worst part is people keep buying them. I wonder how long it's going to take for people to stop buying them. Okay, now I gotta go upstairs. Is there a way from this floor to go up to that floor, or do I have to go all the way through the building? Uh-huh. Room perfectly free and clear of zombies. Thanks. Just like overanalyze. What the hell was that, dude? Okay. Took it a minute to update itself on whether or not there was another bad guy in the room. They're being smart about it. They're adding new stuff to each new release of Skyrim to make it feel new, but they're not adding in stuff that they did, though. They're adding in stuff that they sold for modders. And while it's cool, yeah, the modders get a little bit extra, they're not actually doing any more work. They're not fixing bugs that were in the games originally. They're not adding in new official, and by official I mean like storyline that has some canon in the game. They're not doing any of that. And like reskins on Pip-Boys and no, it's not actually worth it. The thing is the things that they're charging people for, chances are there is a modder already on Nexus that has that mod for free. With maybe a please buy me a coffee link or something like that. In some cases, some of those mods that wound up in the Creation Club were already on Nexus mods for free. And people stole the code and just re-uploaded it as their own. And got paid for it. There was a big to-do about it. Yeah. Yeah. And Bethesda has actually turned into ripping people off. How long ago did they announce their next Skyrim-style game? Their next Elder Scrolls game? Hello.
Fantastic. Good evening. Are you shopping for yourself or looking for a gift?
Yeah, if you want to support a modder, go to their actual page, buy them a coffee. Don't buy the same game from Bethesda 20 more times. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The crafting magazine is 100% the thing that you should choose because what you're going to get out of it, you need to level your character. None of all of these other ones are non-rewards, basically. There's always going to be that one reward that it's always saying, yes, this is definitely a good one, the rest of them are crap. Just like these jobs. Now we have like 2 or 3 that are actually good and the rest of them are all crap. Do I have anything to sell you?
With our full no money back guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing you're covered.
Uh-huh. No money back guarantee, you say?
Come back soon. We restock daily.
And see, those books were actually pretty good. I got a tier 2 SMG from that drop as well.
Step right up and witness the finest armor money can. Remember, Trader Joel's if you need armor.
So instead of giving you like books that your character needs, somehow or another figuring out how to... That is so loud. Somehow or another figuring out how to like put an order in with your trader. I'm looking for these style of books. Could you carry an extra amount of these style books for me? Something like that as a reward. They're like, okay, what I'm actually going to sell you is a loot box. That's all that is. It's a loot box. There's the potential for something really good. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to find something your character can use. Will you wind up reading it anyway? Yeah. But then if you actually read all of those books, can't do anything with them. They're just there. Okay, we need hydration. The walking advertisement, yeah. I've still got time for one more request. Yes, I probably do. I will run to the restroom before I do that, though. After I got 3 wheels. Holy crap. Oh, and I've got these bullets. It's just like the AP bullets really don't do anything. I would be surprised if they're actually functioning correctly. For the longest time, they did not function correctly. Occasionally my finger just does a thing. It happens. I almost lost the box. Oh, hey, and these parts. Actually, no, I probably don't have enough time for another mission. But I don't necessarily have to stop right now. If you ever start Starfield, I'll be there for all the Star Wars Trek gate mods, not for the game itself. I think Bethesda lost their way. I don't necessarily intend to endorse that company if I don't have to. I play Fallout 76, but it's not necessarily because Fallout 76 fixed all of its problems. There is a new expansion now? No, thank you. Don't get me wrong, I like sci-fi, but Starfield looks more vanilla and more watered down than Stargate: The Next Generation. It does. It does not look cool at all. Cyberpunk looks better, and I know it was broken beforehand and everything, but it looks more gritty, realistic, and stuff like that, and I haven't even played it. I'm just talking about from the aesthetic version of it. It looks milquetoast and not exciting. If I was going to play a game like that, I would probably go for No Man's Sky. At least then there's like the technicalities and the possibility of aliens and things like that, whereas unless they just added it, they don't even have aliens. It's like when Fallout 76 came out and they didn't have any NPCs. It's messed up. Shipbuilding? No. If you want a game that has shipbuilding, you need to go to Empyrean. You can walk through Firefly. Anyway, I'm gonna run to the restroom right quick. We will do some more. CD Projekt Red fixed most of the bugs in Cyberpunk. Yeah. Like I said, that game looks 1,000 times more enjoyable than Starfield does. It looks... I don't even know how to describe it. It looks... bland. I mean, can you actually go full Raider? I mean, like, evil Raider? Can you go full bad in that game? Because that's what Bethesda's supposed to be able to do, is go full bad, but they can't even do that. I gotta run to the restroom. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. I will always dunk on Todd Howard on any day of the week. Yeah. It's not necessarily Todd Howard. He's a corporate shill. Or he has become one. He used to be a designer of a game, and now he's a corporate shill. I think his position in the gaming industry is no longer developing. It's more like, what would you call that? It's like he goes back and forth and he kind of nitpicks here, there, and everywhere or whatever. But for the most part, he's just like the political figurehead of Bethesda now. That's really all he is. So, yeah. And the guy that's now in charge of the writing for Bethesda, oh, good God. That dude got so entirely butthurt over the fact that people built things for 5 hours in Fallout 4 and didn't interact with his intricate storyline. He's like, oh, yeah, well, you can have like a really shallow story that doesn't make any sense because people are going to spend 5 hours building a shack. And it's like, maybe people might have engaged with your story a little bit better if the story was better. I mean, it is kind of odd that you jump out of this cryo sleep having watched your spouse die and you're looking for your kid, and the first thing I want you to do is build a settlement that needs your help. It's bad. It's just bad writing. Don't get me wrong. I like Fallout. I love Fallout 4 for the building aspect. I liked Fallout 3 more. And I play Fallout 76. But writing is not what Bethesda is good at anymore, sadly. It's just not. You mean the wedding band dispenser? Yeah, basically. I mean, let's not even get started on the fact that if you're playing the dude, it's fine. You are a war veteran. So when he comes out, he does have that war expertise in his past. If you play as the female, there is literally no background reason why that character should be put in charge of the Minutemen. None. 100% none. Because she has no military background. Why would you put her in charge of that? Why is that not an aspect of the game? Maybe after you go out and you earn reputation with the Minutemen or with the Brotherhood, or you go do a whole lot of things, but you build water resources and a couple of beds, and he's like, you want to be in charge of the Minutemen? I'm depressed. By the way, a settlement needs your help. It's like, no, it's so bad. It's so bad. Fallout 4 has got the weakest story. People try to change my mind on that aspect. You can say that you enjoy Fallout 4 and you can say you enjoy certain aspects, like the combat was better. And from Fallout 3 to Fallout 4, the combat was better. Were there other aspects? Aside from the building, obviously, I enjoyed the settlement stuff. I did not enjoy the cheap... what would you call that? They cheaped out on one of the... companions by Preston Garvey. Preston Garvey either should never have been a companion to begin with, or they should have taken away his ability to give you missions. He should never have been both. That was just stupid. It could easily have been made it to where if you wanted to do those types of missions, you had to turn the radio on. That's the whole reason you do the castle. So some of the companions were not great. There's a few of them that seem overdone or not interesting. There's a lot of background characters that you can't really interact with that seem like they would make more interesting companions, like Magnolia, the singer at the... What's the name of that bar? It's the bar in Good Neighbor. Does anybody know what the bar's name is? Does it even have a name? Always pick Kate as a companion. Her story actually has some bite to it. Yeah. Hers is like the best. I pick either Kate or... Did someone just break one of my traps? I was fighting with my headphones. Third Rail, that's the name of it. I either pick either Kate or... What's the ghoul's name? It's been a while. I'm sorry, my brain is not functioning. Hold on, it will come to me, but it'll probably come to me too late. Hancock, yes, thank you. He's my favorite character, and for some reason my mind actually blanked on it. Those two are the best characters. And it's probably because they have good and bad aspects to them. There's more well, let's just be honest. They're more apocalyptic. There's good and bad to them. They come from bad stuff, they do bad stuff, and they do it to survive. Makes their characters a little bit more dynamic, you know? You'd like to see some more Mama Murphy? I think Mama Murphy's character could have been a whole lot more interesting. I can say Mama's Murphy character was a bit irritating, especially whenever you're not paying attention to her and you accidentally leave your battery in your power armor, and then she just gets in there and she stays in there for 5 years. That's a bit annoying. Until you can get your sneak up high enough to get the battery back out of that, so she has to come back out of there. Which was actually kind of funny. Honestly, I enjoyed the Fallout stuff, the building stuff. I didn't enjoy how not integrated into the world it was. I didn't like the fact that there were less settlements overall that you could visit that were not handcrafted by yourself. So that was a problem. I mean, you've got Good Neighbor and you've got Diamond City. Are there any others? Not really? Other than the settlements you make yourself? Am I spacing? I mean, like, there's each of the groups have their own area, but are there other cities other than that? Other townships that you don't take control of or do something for? That's just 2 towns then. Quincy wasn't... Well, Quincy fell before we were ever there. It's just a raider area. So it's not actually a town that we interact with as a character. Daytime's coming. So it just seems like they, instead of making so many towns that you had to interact with, you basically had to build your own town instead of them building towns. There were some interesting locations and all, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. Havana Flats, maybe. Was Havana Flats a place where... Brewdog, how you doing? Did that have people in it? For some reason in my mind, I'm thinking super mutants. It's not super mutants. I remember in Fallout 3, there was the Undermountain area where all the kids are. That's actually where you meet What's-His-Face that does the little carvings. My mind's blank. Him, where their adults go to in Fallout 3 is what I'm talking about. And then you got Megaton, you got Ribbit City. You've got Tenpenny Tower. Where else is there? I'm sitting here trying to think of all the places we know where people are. The town that was on top of the bridge, what was the name of that? I think it had a name. But there were all these little settlements that existed. Little Lamplight, yeah, that's the one underneath the mountain with all the kids. And they pushed all their kids out at like 18 or something like that, and they went and lived in another town. So there's several settlements or towns that just exist that you have nothing to do with in Fallout 3. And I think Fallout 3 was probably one of the smaller ones. Fallout 1 and 2, I think, probably had more. And I distinctly remember, even though I didn't play a ton of Fallout New Vegas, there were several settlements in that one too. The one that I was started in. I know you can change clothes and you can actually walk around as if you're some of the other folks too. So 16 maybe? Yeah, it might have been 16. But it's like, once you get to Fallout 4, there's 2 major towns, and that's basically it. Unless, of course, you wait until after the DLCs. The DLCs add in new towns, but I mean like the base game. And don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the DLCs, even though I don't feel like you can go full bad. You can go bad, but you can't go full bad with the Nuka-Cola stuff, the Nuka area. And I think they should have allowed people to explore that. If you're going to allow your characters to go bad, you should allow your characters to go all the way bad to the point where they scare themselves. There are games that allow you to do that. Outlast Trials is one of them. We're some bad people in that game. And they allow you to be.
Remember that
That's refreshing.
satisfaction is always guaranteed. For me, at least.
So you get yours, but I don't get mine. This seems to be a legendary problem through the years, dude.
You need some work? If you get this job done today, I'll give you 5% off anything
Oh,
when we're having
good
a sale.
lord. Okay, so we got time enough to go do another mission. Let's go do it. Since we did start out the entire stream, basically just filling in a hole. By the way, right next to one of the exits, there was a freaking hubcap there that scared the living bejeez out of me. I thought I was going to die. I saw it out. I think I just teleported. Anyway, what was I saying? It scared the bejeez out of me because I caught it out of the corner of my eye as I was coming out of the hole, and I fell off the ladder trying to avoid it. Nearly broke my leg and died. All I'd come to find out was just a hubcap. It was not an explosive. Faction-based clothing and armor? Yeah. Like, you could blend in. Now, you apparently wouldn't blend in with higher-ups, like the higher-ups would know whether or not you were impersonating, but lower folks wouldn't know that you were doing that, which is awesome. It means you gotta keep up with a whole lot of different outfits and know to change, or whatever, but why did they get rid of all of that out of the game? It's just, that seemed like a very cool thing. Just like Fallout. I know you're in there. Just Fallout 3 was less than, and then Fallout 4 was way less than. And they made up for it by the fact that you could build your own towns, which was kind of cool, but it made less towns overall. As far as like towns you could go to for interesting storylines or missions. I mean, every settlement needed your help. If you count that as missions, I guess Radiant missions might count as missions, even though I do not count Radiant missions as missions. What are you doing, dude? Okay. Over here. He's gonna hit the other one now. You're not the same dude. Stop lying. He's having so many troubles. I will slap the crap out of everybody. Stop messing with me whilst I'm watching. Okay. Anyway, as far as interactable areas, places where you can get missions, learn about people, get storylines, that kind of stuff, there were less of them in Fallout 4 because of the settlement system. While I like the settlement system, the lack of content was obvious. The lack of story was obvious. Come on. Jeez. My timing though, dude. My timing. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. You have to go up and over. Anyway, I think the only way for Bethesda to course correct is for people to just stop buying their crap. And for that one dude to get fired. It's not so much the fact that he's ruining Bethesda, but he's telling other people his little thoughts and processes, and oh my gosh. No! Do not do it. Okay. Alright, you guys come around the other way, like break out of your room or whatever. If I continue to sit over there, I'm gonna wind up getting damaged. I did check that. Who am I hearing? Ah! Ow, 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 ow. This is a bad room to be in. Stop! Dude's got so many aggressions. Okay. Unicorn, how you doing? You only play 76. You're building a Wasteland build-a-beer? Okay. I enjoy 76 only because I was one of the content creators, or well, just a player before I was a content creator. I enjoyed the build system and I wanted people to be able to walk through my bases. And then I found out they kind of gave us what we wanted, but at the same time lied about some of the abilities of their engine on what it would and would not be able to do. Like the way they advertise it is you could basically build an entire town between you and your friends. Can't really do that. Hello! I do enjoy the game. More now than I did back when it first launched. It's a buggy mess back when it first launched, so it is better. You picked up Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. I've been really enjoying the freedom to do what I want, as well as the immersive story. I've heard that it is really, really good. You want to get rid of Todd? No, Todd is going to work himself out of the game as it is. He's just like a... Okay, dude. Todd is not the worst thing that's happened to that game. He's the one covering for the worst of the things that have happened to that game. And he smiles and nods and acts like it's the best thing in the world, not understanding why it's not. And I think now more than before the acquisition by Bethesda, Microsoft, I think before that acquisition there might have been a chance for the industry to turn itself around, but Microsoft has been looking at those numbers from online gaming and live service and everything else like that, and they want those numbers, even though it's a what would you call that? A lessening of returns in the long run. Like, less people are going to enjoy it, less people are going to stay invested in it. Eventually it's going to get to where people aren't going to buy into the things, whereas you can make a ton of money, which, like what Crimson Desert has proven, you can make a single player experience and people will show up for it. They're still chasing that market that people on, like, Fortnite, stuff like that. They're chasing that. And it's the wrong thing to be chasing. Be like a car dealership going into coffee market. It's like, here, we're gonna sell coffee, but I want my car fixed. No, you have coffee. Well, that's great, but you gotta get people who are seeing you advertising vehicle stuff to forget the fact that you advertised vehicle stuff. You're actually trying to sell them coffee. It's just not the same thing. And if you want like flavored coffee, you're gonna have to pay like $1 extra per month, What do you mean you don't want coffee every day? That doesn't matter. Still have to pay $1 extra per month. What about your car fixing? That was so last season. We're not interested in fixing your car. We're selling coffee. Everybody sells coffee. Everybody wants coffee. Everybody likes coffee. That's where all the money is. They left their own industry behind for another industry model and don't understand why it's not working. The bad thing is because people are optimistic and because Bethesda had such a great reputation, people are like, okay, well, I don't really care for this thing, but I'll go ahead and buy into it. Or, I don't like the fact that you've sold Skyrim 5 times already, but, I mean, I did get this new console, and it'd be really nice if I didn't have to hook up the other console, so I guess I'll get it again. Eventually, those people are gonna stop doing that, you know? You guys are down here, but I have to hit a button, right? There. And there is a course correction going on in the market right now. Even Fortnite's having to lay people off. Not because Fortnite's not necessarily doing great, it's just not doing as great as they want it to, and gotta give those investors their money's worth, you know? They want number to go up all the time, and if it's not going up, then it might as well not be going anywhere. It might as well not be, well, not necessarily up. It has to be going up by a certain percentage. And if it's not going up by that percentage, it might as well not be going up at all, in which case lay off 2,000 people, you know? I still don't have anything for that.
Hey, buddy. You look thirsty. Why don't you get hydrated?
Oh, thank you. There we go. Apparently Disney is looking to buy Epic. Cool. I would say they could possibly ruin it, but I mean, Epic has kind of ruined itself anyway. It really doesn't need any help. You know, let's just get everything and get off of over here, because the storm is trying to kill me. There we go. What do we get? Liam, how you doing? We worked on a beast. We have done... Is this 3rd or 4th mission or something like that? And we've been just kind of idly chit-chatting about the gaming industry, really. Just random stuff from Bethesda to the Fun Pimps to, you know, all of the stuff and the things. Just randomly talking about the gaming industry as a whole. That's a decent upgrade. What's up, Richie? How you doing? Same with World of Warcraft and Blizzard. Oh my god, yeah. Tiny Girl was fun. It's a mix of Elder Scrolls, Dark Souls. I've heard it was really good, and I think, but I'm not 100% that it's on my wish list. It goes back to what you said. These companies are acting on the too big to be allowed. Yeah. Are the sound alerts for the bits broken? Not that I'm aware of. They should definitely be working. Not greed, avarice. I would think it's more of a disconnect. Certain folks just get it into their head that somebody's paying a thing and they will continue paying a thing because we are offering the same thing. They don't understand they don't understand what goes into it. They don't actually understand the market. The people who are on the boards of these gaming companies, they don't actually know what they're invested into or what they're making rules for at all. I mean, like, they understand company makes money, we put out a product, people buy it. They don't actually understand the intricacies of being a gamer or a developer even. This means nothing to them. They don't know what goes into making a game. They don't understand the money cycles. They don't understand any of that. I mean, it's not just this industry, it's a lot of industries. I mean, they're out there making refrigerators that do ads, and if you don't do the ads and you don't update the thing, it won't do any of the stuff that you paid big money for that refrigerator to do. It's like supposed to give you your shopping list and tell you what is or is not inside the refrigerator without you even having to open it, which is dumb. It's a dumb thing to pay for, in my opinion, but there are people out there that like the cool techie stuff and therefore have purchased it. But if you don't watch the ads, then all functionality of the thing is gone, and it's like... So you mean to tell me you and a group of people sat inside a room and decided this was a good idea? Were you dropped on the head? Did you eat lead paint chips? Have you been hit in the head with a shovel lately? Did you snort crack? Did you, that kind of stuff. These things are like not just not great business decisions. They're basically from a group of people who are so far detached from the thing that they're actually offering opinion on or making rules for, that you could quite basically look at them and say, you've got to be brain dead to make these choices. It's going to end this business. But here's the thing. Here's the rub. There is a certain amount of things that people will deal with whenever it comes to things that they like, especially when it comes to gamers and the brands that we like. Everybody's got a favorite brand. I mean, it's like brands and clothing. Everybody's got a favorite brand. But whenever it comes to like Bethesda, whenever it comes to like Capcom, whenever you hear these names, there's a certain amount of reputation that goes along with it. There's a certain amount of nostalgia that goes along with it. A lot of these names are names from people's childhoods, their first Bethesda game, their first Resident Evil game, and they will buy into it for way longer than someone who is new to the industry would buy into it. It's like someone who's never played a Fallout game playing Fallout 4. They might think it's an alright game, but they probably wouldn't give it more than 30 hours after they complete the main quest. They were like, I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was, I don't know, there were certain parts of it that didn't make sense, and there was some dude talking about settlements. The whole time, he was annoying. I won't be playing it again. That's someone who's new to the Fallout franchise. If someone played Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, if they fell in love with the world, they're more than likely going to put up with some of the bull crap that has to do with the new Bethesda and the new way they're operating. So they're trading on all of these businesses and all their reputation and all the nostalgia that goes along with them. How many times have we bought Skyrim now? They're trading on that as a way of milking people for as much money as they possibly can do with as little bit of effort as they possibly can get away with, and it's working. They do not care one bit that they tear these companies to the ground. While they make their money, they will take their bag and walk away whenever it's done. All of these businesses in ruin, all of these franchises that we liked, all of these things, all of these products that we enjoyed getting will be gone. What's going to replace them is the indie scene, because now indies actually care about what people want to watch. They care about what people want to play. They're pricing their games well. They're not coming out buggy.
What's his name? That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole too, sir. Gun is made first class. Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this shit?
Are you guys fighting over the cheese again? Uh-oh. So while they're tearing all these businesses down, the new scene, the new double A's, the new indie scene, they are actually the ones that are creating products that people actually want. This is kind of how capitalism works. Once this company gets too big and too inflated, too full of itself, not making the thing that people want, people stop buying into it and buy into something else. That's actually how it's supposed to work. Since these businesses can no longer provide a service that people want, they should stop buying into it and buy into the ones that are actually doing what they want. You hope that the ones that have the big reputation and your nostalgia and all of your memories from your childhood will wake up, but ultimately they're no longer run by the same people. They're run by corporations who will milk you and then run away with their bag. That's all they're there for. They're not there to make a good game. They're not there to make a lasting product or anything else like that. I was watching a interview with some of the Capcom people. Apparently the original thing that we were going to get before they finally packed their bags and shoved their asses out the door, thump, we were going to get an open world online server something or another Resident Evil game. Live service. Garbage. They actually developed that for like a year and a half or 2 years or something like that. And then finally the developers are like, they don't want this. We're not making this anymore. And they chunked those people out the door and started working again. Which was like the smartest thing any development team could possibly do, is to take those people and shove them outside. Because they're just there to destroy your company and gain as much money as possible while they're doing it. I cannot get out through here. Well, let's not do that. Can I squeeze through here? Is my back too thick? With 3 C's? Maybe? And that's with a lot of companies. I mean, a lot of companies do that. The whole AI thing, they're trying to become too big to fail, so their bailout is the government. It's not an actual product. It's a snake oil thing. They told everybody they needed it. They told everybody that they wanted it. They told everybody it's going to make their lives easier and how much money they can save. And they sold it to as many companies far and wide, and all of them bought into it. And it's nothing. It's a big wad of nothing. And I hope the government does not bail them out, because I would prefer my tax money go to anything. Anything. I don't care if we buy gummy bears with all of that tax money that would normally go into bailing those companies out. I want every single out-of-touch, rich CEO that bought into it to crumble when that bubble finally bursts. And we can all dance on the ashes. As far as I am concerned, those companies deserve to fail. That's how capitalism is supposed to work. When they make a dumb choice, they're supposed to fail. And that's how I feel about, sadly, Bethesda and stuff like that. If they can't figure out what their customers actually want, if they become that entity, they deserve to fail. As much as it would hurt me to never get another Elder Scrolls or another decent Fallout or anything else like that, there are other companies making things similar. Like you said, the game that just recently came out is very similar to that. There are companies out there making things that people want.
Congratulations! I'll break out the Grandpa's moonshine so I can celebrate.
Thank you. National Gummy Bear Fund? Yes, exactly. You miss Tux? Don't. It is sad times, but if everything works out, it's fine.
We don't just sell armor, we sell peace of mind.
The situation...
That's a fine choice you just made.
The situation, as far as I am concerned, if he finds a home and he's safe and he's happy, I'm good with that. He's a very sweet dog, but I have concerns about him being here. My entire house is surrounded by roads. Like, my property butts up next to a road on all sides, except for one. And I have a small dog that I lost not too long after moving here, and I don't want that to happen to him. I will go outside and reinforce my entire fence should he come back, but if he can find a safe home where that's not a concern, I would be much happier, and I would sleep better. I'll just put it that way.
Don't worry about buyer's remorse at Trader Joel's.
What do you call it whenever you stand in front of somebody who wants to sell you something and you have remorse? Is there a word for that? Reduced melee stamina. What kind of shoes am I wearing?
Come back soon. We restock often.
Running speed. I don't know. Running speed might be better.
You're in luck because I've got the goods.
I probably should have just went ahead and fixed that and then sold it. I just realized how Not expensive, that was. Wait, do I have impact bracing
You are
mods?
now my favorite customer of the day.
Of the day. You hear that, guys?
Welcome
I
to
am the favorite
Fortress
customer
Fashion,
of the
my
day.
friend. That, my friend, was a fantastic deal.
For, you know, however long today lasts. I am the favorite customer. For one pocket, yeah, sure. You do not have anything. Oh, well, because you don't have... You know what? I just realized I made that mod and put it in my helmet, and I've just been drinking all of my bottles of water. It's a waste. I want to hoard all of the bottles of water. That way, in case any of the developers from the Fun Pimps are watching my stuff, I want them to cringe deep down in their veins at how much water I have sitting inside my box. And how many jars I have. I'm a naughty content creator. This is the better one, right? Yep. There we go. Alright, let's put up all of the bull crap. Actually, I probably still have room inside my garden, yes? Yes, I do. One cornmeal in your inventory? Glock 9 would be sad. I would welcome that. Actually, I would probably put one in each slot. I would think it was funny. Just because I am a rebel. Not really. What went in the place of this? Maybe that? I don't know. I do not remember. I don't remember what I had there, but I've got 2 steel parts. Can I finally make my axe? I do have enough. And the wood and 6 duct tape, though. I made myself a ton of repair kits. Because I knew I was going to be inside that hole with that auger for a long damn time, and I didn't want to have to come back in order to try and make some more repair kits. You'd be saying F this cornmeal? Dude, I would lick the cornmeal. Try me! Freaking cornmeal is good. Well, not necessarily cornmeal by itself, but cornbread. Dude, some cornbread and beans? Oh, this is so good. You've got to have actual brain damage to have problems with that. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so finally I can get rid of this. The only thing is I kind of like having something on me to repair with. Am I the only one who feels that way? Like, I want a stone axe for the entire playthrough because I can quickly smash something if I need to, or repair something. It's got 2 uses. And now you have to have 2 separate, not 2 containers, but 2 devices in order to do the same thing. It's kind of frustrating. Don't use the bath. Last time Brett was on, he ate chili and had a stomach problem in my base. What? Really? I've already eaten. I already ate in that bathtub. What do you mean? Nobody told me this. I was not warned. You always have a stone axe in your #1 slot. You don't want to burn your tools on a little thing like cloth gathering or something like that? Yeah. And it's so easy to fix. All you need is a stone. I like having it for like the bigger things. Oh, that reminds me, the bigger things. I need lockpicks. Is it this and this? Yeah. 83. I don't need that many. Let's see, it only stacks to like 50, so do 30. Just in case, because I may or may not find some just like randomly in the world, and I would want them to stack. It's just like one more thing to add to the long list of BS I've got in here. I want to do another class, you know, like have something that you learn after, I don't know, level 50 or something like that, where you learn how to make multi-tools. You know, where you can make a pickaxe that has like a blade on the back. I've already forgotten what those things are called. I think there's a different name for them other than axe. Like a tactical axe or something like that. It's got a pick on one side and an axe on the other side, so you can combine some of your tools. And then you could also use said axe as a knife. Would be awesome. Sometimes it's faster to chop a tree down with a steel axe than with a steel axe swings per versus raw damage. Yes. Just because the amount of stamina it takes in order to chop down a tree is like, if you've spec'd into it and you're an upper tier character who has got a big stamina pool, you can chop down an entire tree, whereas if you've got one of the top trees, what is it, 1200 or something like that, and you try to do it with a steel axe, you're gonna have to pause and take a breather and, you know, stuff like that. You can make a box of what? You make a box of lockpicks? I didn't know you can make a box of lockpicks. I can't spell. I don't see a box of lockpicks. What you talking about? Multipass? Yes, exactly. Multipass. I'm kinda sorta out of food again. Do I have enough to make other things? I might. Hobo stew? Heck yeah. Pumpkin pie. Fish tacos? Bacon and eggs. Pumpkin bread? Pumpkin bread or cornmeal? I think pumpkin bread. I'm a chick. I like pumpkin. 100% like pumpkin. And I could probably go ahead and make some drinks too. Coffee, red tea. There we go. Give me a couple more jars. Yucca juice. I don't really need any goldenrod tea. Drop it off. I've already clicked on you 3 times. Get out of my inventory. Jeez. There we go. Speaking of which, that's going to take forever to cook. Still a box of free food. You both got food at your base? How on earth are you guys getting all of this food? You know what? I'll wait. Are you serious? That is not okay. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, 10 meters? From zombie. Thanks. Thanks. Uh-oh, that's not good. My water technique and twerking is not working. Dude, don't you ever let loose in my shower again. Rude. I'm out of the stuff. I don't want to use that. Fine. Sure, why not? Why not? I'll eventually have an apiary. I'm gonna go and beat the crap out of a whole bunch of bad guys. I am gonna have to get out of here. I just realized what day it was. I had to stop the time moving. I'm not doing a horde night today. You asked for food. Ah. It's one way to free-range chickens. I don't deliver Kung Pao chicken. That's not even okay. It's not even okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all of the stream for today. Tomorrow we will be playing some Fallout 76. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing. If we're going to be doing headhunts, or if we're going to try some raids, or what are we going to do? I haven't the foggiest. What kind of event is going on?
You still streaming?
Trying to wrap up.
Tell you this story. I walked inside a house and Leo gave me the most horrendous stank eye. Like I had just woken him up just by walking in the house.
You probably did.
Just looked at him and went, "I'm sorry, Your Majesty, did I wake you?"
Yes, Leo gives people the stink eye when you wake him up. The source of the bit sounds have been showing up as being offline, just to give you a heads up. What on earth? I might have to redo it again. It does that every now and then. Hang on. I'm trying really hard to just like turn one on so I can check it really quick. They've decided to change some of the locations for stuff.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Okay, that audio came through, but... Hold on. Where is... Oh my gosh. Animation disabled. What do you mean? These are not mine. What is it doing? Okay, that worked. What is it doing?
Oh, you mother ape ass!
That one apparently has no animation for it. I do not know. Animation disabled. Why?
Oh, you mother ape ass!
Okay. Why are some of them...
Someone call a doctor!
Huh. That one is supposed to have an animation for too, and that one didn't show one either. But it shows one on here, so I don't know what's going on. I might have to redo the browser source. Sometimes it just, like, doesn't work properly, and I have to redo the whole thing. That moaning was questionable.
I'm burning now!
Take it easy.
Hellfire is burning me alive!
Hmm. There, what, is it working now? I didn't see the animation for it, though. It sort of works. I don't understand.
Hey, so, know this. Killing is my business, ladies. And
Business is good. Yeah, there's no animation to that one either. Why are the animations off?
I'll just go and tell them to fornicate off.
I don't even remember putting that one in. Why is the animations off? Why with the animations? Hang on. I should fix it?
I'll just go and tell them to fornicate off.
Okay, that fixed it. There's a whole lot of them. There's like a... Here, I'll show you. There's a spot like right here. And this was not there before, so there's a brand new like thing. I have to go through and enable them. Some of them are just on and some of them are just not on. I don't know. What about you? That one's off too.
Never trust the living.
Yeah.
Never trust the living.
It's just, there's a new feature on there, and apparently all the ones that I didn't go in there and like change at some point, they're auto off.
I'll just go and tell them to fornicate off.
Yes. Pardon? Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to go back through there. I guess it's probably time for me to go back through my sounds and get rid of some old ones and get some new ones anyway. I have to go back in there and turn them all the ones that I have not messed with before. So probably all of the medium ones, all the old ones I probably would have changed over from whenever I first started it. I had the little ghost icon, and I changed them over to that. Those are on, but the ones in the middle where they were just auto on before, they're not on anymore. So, okay, well that was fun. Now, should get rid of the Undertaker one. It's pretty old and nobody uses it. I don't know. Might occasionally use it. Why, do you want your own sound? What the heck? That one's not even on there anymore. You have your own? Ah, okay. Hold on. Let me just check something. Just so I know, because I might need to go ahead and fix it.
Oh, mommy!
See, those are new ones. I did those myself.
cold and hard.
Yeah, kitty. Yeah, I did those myself, and the animations are working for that one, so it's the ones that were like in the middle, because these are all new. Okay. What the heck, Chaplain? There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens on Fridays. Just so you know. Hi, kitty. What are y'all doing, dude? Okay, YouTubes. Hold on. Come in. Dude. There you go. Squishy face. He's purring. You can't find your sound? Which one is yours? Because I've got different profiles depending on the game, and I've got one random one that plays on, like, random stuff. Can't remember the name of it. Oh no! Squash Mitten? Yep. Yep. Let's see. Is it that one?
Hey, now, mommy, daddy button.
Oh, why is that animation off? What the hell?
Blanche, bilingual refers to a person who speaks more than one language.
Oh, well, why did I think it was something sexual?
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
I don't know which one you're talking about. That one? Oh, it was the last one. Okay.
Just grab my ears while you fuck my butt.
So I just played that one for no reason. My bad. Okay. Now that we have established which one was yours, that one is on the randoms list. So whenever I play random games, that one shows up. Okay. Alright, YouTubes, I will see you guys tomorrow. We're playing some 76, and of course, on Friday, we are back in the Outlast Trials. So, I will see you guys next time. You have a wonderful day on that, and you stay shiny. Bye, guys! Remember, go to my main channel and watch the Resident Evil series. The last video should have gone live like 2 hours ago. 3 hours ago. Whatever.
To lead me to him. You brought him this far. Let me bring him home.
You're not going alone.